for our last amateur bout of the evening. Boxing out of the blue corner from Jeffersonville, Indiana, representing JC Elite, Johnell Big Sin Taylor.
Johnell Taylor
And
representing JC Elite
out of the blue. Red corner from Knoxville, Tennessee, representing Ace Miller Golden Gloves, one-time Golden Glove champion, Elijah Elusive Cordero.
Elijah Cordero fighting for Ace Miller out of, I believe, Knoxville, Tennessee. He has won one Golden Gloves title, will be in this match. Cordero wearing the red gloves. The blue gloves belong to Taylor, Johnell Taylor, that is. And this ought to be a super fight right here, or bout, that's the proper term, and round one is underway. You see Cordero immediately trying to get a little edge there. A couple of punches, and then they have a clinch that they break themselves. Cordero, a left-hander. And, of course, it looks like that Taylor is also a left-hander. And there will be a below-the-belt warning to Taylor then. Remember, if there is a below-the-belt hit and a fighter gets 5 minutes to recover from that, but Cordero didn't need that. Big left being thrown by Taylor. Cordero is now looking to throw the right hand.
Hold him, Blue. I'm holding Red, hold him, Blue.
Tied up, and now the official breaks them. And both get a warning for holding. They want to see boxing action, not holding.
Stay sharp, stay tight. Yeah, he's tight. Go to work.
Both boxers skilled either way, whether they want to lead and jab with their rights or left.
Yeah, go to work.
There's one that got through, should have scored by Cordero. Now a clinch again, and they break because the referee started to step in. They broke on their own, sizing each other up. There's the attack by Cordero on Taylor. Taylor keeping his back to the ropes and close, dodges some punches, gets away, and now they're going to tie up again. And the round is over. An interesting round, a lot of fun. We'll get ready for round two. The ring girl is bringing the round two sign around. Great crowd here tonight. If you're not here this year, you should be next year. You can watch replays of every one of these bouts on the YouTube page of Worthy Road Studios. If you know the fighters' names, you can type it in and go to it, but if you'll go to Worthy Road's YouTube page, you can watch every one of these bouts individualized. And we are just about ready for round two action. Now the official is going to send both fighters to a neutral corner. They're going to check with the accounting supervisors, what I call it, Rhonda Collins and her staff of people. And now we start the second round. In the red is Elijah Cordero. In the blue, Johnell Taylor. Look, two skilled boxers here. And you see a nice flurry. Possibly both men may have scored on the previous one. Nothing scoring there. A lot of blocked and deflected punches. Johnell Taylor lunges forward with the blue gloves, but out of that series, I think that Elijah Cordero came out of it the best. Good footwork by both young men. Cordero in the red will remind you. You can see it on our screen. Taylor in the blue. Looks like that Cordero may have gotten a punch or two in a short exchange there. Dancing away was Cordero. Taylor wanting to throw the big left right now. He got a series of punches and kind of looking like Rocky Balboa. Cordero kind of, I hate to call it bullying the guy into the ropes, but he got a punch off and got the fighter Taylor to move backwards. Taylor again in the blue. Cordero in the red. Johnell Taylor looking, may have the, yes, he does have a reach edge, which is important. But if Cordero can get inside, he can do just as much or more damage. There's a punch that didn't score or attack anything, really. You hear the warning. We're getting close to the end of the round. And again, strength versus reach as Cordero backs his man up, and the round has ended. And we are not far from round 3. Again, you are watching the Hub City Fight Night, the 5th annual one. The proceeds go to a good cause for helping disadvantaged populations in this community. Good officiating all night, proud of them. And the people that have scored this fight have done an excellent job. If I had their names, I would be glad to give them to you. One reason I know this official is he's one of my former students in high school and has been boxing since back in high school. And you hear the whistle for us to about to get ready to go to the 3rd and final round of the final amateur bout. We had 2 amateur bouts that didn't happen tonight. Bell has rung, and these 2 young men who have put on a pretty good show are really working hard. Now we got another held situation, but they'll break. Or actually, Lamont Ingram will tell both young men to break. Cordero might have got a scoring punch. I didn't see if it was completely clean. I'll tell you what, this last bout has really liked our monitor tonight that I'm watching. Cordero in the red, they're clinched up again. Now that's the only thing that he said. Lamont said let him go, and now he's going to step in and talk to both of them. They're back at each other again. Remember, the man that is shorter has to use his power to get inside, and of course, Johnell Taylor wants to keep Cordero at a distance from him. And again, Taylor is in the blue, Cordero in the red. I know you're enjoying watching this fight on Worthy Road Studios Facebook page. Something I probably haven't done tonight, need to say it now. We'll separate again. Won't be any warning for either one that time. Just want to see some good boxing. This is a copywritten broadcast. And again, a little warning, a preventative officiating warning about hitting in the back or at the kidneys area, which is a no-no in amateur boxing. Really is in any boxing. Cordero and Taylor have worked hard. We were getting close to the end of the round. They clinch up again. If you're going to score some points, you got to score before you heard the bell ring, and that is the end of the 3rd round, the end of the final match. We will await the scoring and decision here in just a moment on Worthy Road Studios. While we've got a second, I'm going to remind everybody that any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of these contests without the expressed written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. And these are copywritten broadcasts.
Understand, this is the last amateur fight, so we have pro fights coming next.
Last amateur fight.
15-minute intermission. So that
15-minute intermission.
Amateurs for the pros. So don't go anywhere. Just give us a chance to switch it up.
And we'll remind you that there are some pro bouts, and we'll cut all the sound off, though, because there will be no sound. And you can await further instructions about the coverage on that, because pros have different rules. I think every fighter here, including these two young men, and they deserve it too. Some great boxing tonight.
To a decision for your winner, boxing out of the blue corner.
And the blue corner winner is Johnell Taylor. He gets the belt tonight over a fine bout with Elijah Cordero.